We ain't gonna be here all day, but we gonna be here all day. So I really want y'all to dive in because this doesn't happen every day. Like, you can't sit here and talk to people from the community about how young people feel.
Today was a great culmination of bringing students and community members together to have authentic, honest conversations about how they see one another, how they understand one another, how they make decisions about one another, and how they can connect more authentically and more regularly.
And how do we work to fill the knowledge gaps with truthful, accurate, and critical counter-narratives?
Really, it's about changing the narrative. We partnered with one of the seniors here at Withrow High School, Pyson Brown, and one of his suggestions was that we just look at and consider the narrative around our Black and our brown students.
The importance of finally being heard by people that you don't even know, but you know they hold so much weight in the real world, improves our communication, improves us handling situations daily.
So I think one of the important things about how these two conversations were planned was to be very clear about agreements, right? And I think setting those agreements up front takes the pressure off people to feel like they have to put this front up. We basically asked people to be vulnerable and to be okay with being vulnerable and to listen with an open mind.
First name, we don't need to know titles. No one wants to know titles. So I'm Michelle.
It was really great to have an opportunity to just be Kareem. No title, no position, no expectations from that. It was just who I am. And you don't always get an opportunity to see the true, authentic self because we have masks on. And from those masks, people make stereotypes about us. This was powerful because the expectation is that we come in and we don't have those masks.
The students specifically set certain ground rules when we started this process, and we wanted it to be student-led.
Avoid interrupting, avoid attempts to persuade. Speak for yourself, share airtime, be respectful of all opinions, even if you don't share them. Keep an open mind. Listen before speaking and give grace, mutual respect, and that's my favorite one, don't call people out. So them would be the ground rules that me and my peers set.
I think a lot of times the inner city youth are the forgotten youth. The ghetto youth are the forgotten youth. Some of the public school youth are the forgotten youth. And I think it's imperative that their voice is heard, that we listen and talk to them.
I came in with some bias. I came in with some preconceived assumptions that I knew what they needed, and they still blew my mind. They still taught me what I thought I knew and expanded even more.
I honestly really wasn't sure what to expect. I was a little bit nervous, but I walked out of here feeling like I had just won the lottery getting to be here. It felt like a gift, quite honestly.
What I've gained from it is really just showing the different perspectives in Black and brown youth and just showing so much hope and talent for the future and just really trying to get our point across and our feelings, our ideas to community members.
It's a lot of times what we see over the news is a lot of negative things. We don't see those positive stories. And I see a lot of positive stories in the room. I think these kids are well on their way. I just think they may need a push, they may need a hand out or a hand up, encouragement, so that they could be successful.
When you change the narrative, you change the world, and this is a really powerful pathway toward that narrative change that honestly, I was not expecting to see happen, and I'm so honored to have been a part of it.
I think everyone that was involved last week walked away with a much positive attitude and outlook on where we're going with our future.
I'm just so blessed and I'm so happy that I got the opportunity to have a discussion with people. This is literally what I love to do. I love to talk and advocate for Black and brown people and especially youth. I'm just so happy.
I feel like the more that we can get Withrow students involved in the community and the community involved here, it can only be a mutually beneficial arrangement.
I hope that the future of this program and this model expands to other schools. We can't keep this type of excitement contained in a bottle just here at Withrow University. My desire is that we're able to do this project throughout Greater Cincinnati.
not only do this in individual schools, but then have the schools mix, so that we say, okay, we've got some Withrow students, some Hughes students, some Euler students at the same table, talking to community members, and then the perspectives will be much, much greater because the diversity of the city would be represented.
We're just paving the way for young people and older people to bridge that gap.